We're really encouraging our partners and our stakeholders to really look at the calls to action that we're asking for and implement them, or have some conversations with us about, why it's not possible to have that done.
Report from the Winnipeg Indigenous Executive Circle reveals the ongoing underrepresentation of Indigenous peoples in the school system as a whole, with officials saying it could take up to 25 years to address if the ongoing calls to actions aren't met. WIEC Education Committee Chair Heather McCormick says the third annual State of Equity in Education report has revealed some alarming statistics, including that out of 54 school trustees in Winnipeg, only 8 identify as Indigenous.
When we first started, it was 2 out of 54, but 3 years later, it's now only 8. So again, that really shows that at the level where decisions and policies and different processes are being implemented, there's still a lack of representation of Indigenous people at that level.
The report also shows that there is an underrepresentation of 900 Indigenous teachers in Winnipeg schools, which is 200 more than last year, and that on average, the faculties of education at the University of Manitoba and University of Winnipeg have only graduated 35 Indigenous Bachelor of Education graduates each year for the past 2 decades. And to help remedy some of those issues, the WIEC released 6 calls to action in total, including the need to form an urban Indigenous school trustee caucus.
Having a caucus where Indigenous trustees can gather to share those stories and successes and challenges is just a really good opportunity for, and it gives us an opportunity to find out what's going across the city, what's working well in certain school divisions, what's still problematic. So I think it's just a really good opportunity to provide that space.
Also part of the calls to action is for the faculties of education, school divisions, and all levels of government to work in partnership with Indigenous organizations to increase the number of Indigenous peoples interested in teaching positions by establishing a Bachelor's of Education in Indigenous Knowledge degree program.
Indigenous people historically haven't had great success or experiences in schools, and so there is some hesitancy, I think, for people to enroll in some of these institutions, and I think having community-based education just provides another pathway for people.
McCormick says while they have seen positive change over these 3 years, that all 6 calls to action need to be met to properly address these issues. In Winnipeg, Mitchell Ringos, City News.